this morning, you guys are going to be lucky enough to get the opportunity to actually hear me review Ashens in the Polybius Heist. And I want to say, first off, just so you guys can sort of get a baseline here for what I'm talking about, I really enjoyed the film. You know, I watched it a little earlier this morning, and my favorite thing about the film by far had to be the sound design. I mean, this is step one. You have to just get your headphones out, turn it up full bore, and just hear it, because this whole thing has a wonderful noise to it. I think the choice to have dialogue overlap is a really fun twist. It's kind of, a lot of older films would tend to have dialogue overlap. I'm sure you've heard, of the sort of, it's a movie where, it's like the original thing, I think. I think that's what that was. But yeah, dialogue overlapping, I think it's great. It's fantastic. Ellie Silverman, who I've been a longtime fan of from Ashens and all that, performance was just pure sex. I mean, it was fantastic. It was supercharged, right out of the gate. And any moment he was on screen, I was just in total, like, jaw drop awe of what I was seeing. But I focused in, and he kept you tied in with this like really sticky banter that he just maintained, and it was just great fun. Everything was sort of both loose and tight, and that's just how I like him. So, all he wanted was his name on the door, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not trying to. This is a spoiler-free review, but that's all I'm gonna say. I think the inclusion of like a realistic Tourette-style character was a really huge plus. I think Katia Kavin's performance was sort of a stunner. Honestly, by far, she's the standout role for me. Like, the person who did the best, in my opinion, because I didn't expect her, because I never had seen her before in anything, but I'm a fan now. I really think a fantastic performance. And actually, she was actually nice enough. She liked one of my tweets about her, which was cool, and I thought that was pretty neato. I also like, it was Joanne O'Connor, who sort of had this really plasticky performance. And I know that sounds rude, but I really don't mean it in that way. I think it was perfect for the character, and it worked so wonderfully, in my opinion. To continue in this thread and to sort of dip my toes a little bit into actually what happens in the film, everything that revolves around the lawnmower is just fantastic. Like, it is just amazing. Like, I've never seen anything that beautiful before. One of the things that really, at the beginning of the film, that made me know that I was going to like it was early on. There's sort of a Reservoir Dogs style scene where they're getting assigned code names, but they did a brilliant flip on the whole, narrative there, where in Reservoir Dogs, it's Steve Buscemi who's mad about being Mr. Pink. He's like, "Why do I have to be Mr. Pink?" And they toss it around. But instead, in the Ashens Polybius heist, we get the characters arguing about, each of them want to be Mr. Pink. So I think that was a fun sort of gender norms switcheroo there. It really, one of the things this movie does fantastically, and I really want to highlight here, is they do a great job. In my opinion, they do a really great job of diverting your expectations and sort of creating this vaguely 80s nostalgic haze. It's very funny, it's very smart, and it's just dry enough to really do it for me. I really like it. I really like the antagonist in this movie a lot too. It seems like the ghost of Steve Jobs or something, but he did killer work. I mean, the actor. The persistent customer is probably going to be one of the most underrated, character performances of this year. I mean, that, or Giannis. I mean, Giannis was literally like Emmy worthy. Like, at least give you 2 Emmys. Give you, what was it, a Grammy? I don't know what all of them mean, but Giannis, you get all of them that killed it. And I just I love the film. I'm not going to blow up the final line here, which I was considering. I'm like, that's a little. Let's not blow up the final line on here. Let's nix that and cross that out. Actually, yeah, no. Okay, well, thanks everybody for watching my review. Thanks.